had a live open. I accidentally closed the app by pressing a button, and then once I did that, it was a wrap. YouTube said this lives is overs with. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all get back up in here real quick. I'm gonna give it about 2 or 3 minutes for people to be able to arrive, and until then, I'm gonna shoot a monologue out where I'm just gonna be bullshitting and telling y'all things. Because that's literally how an actual live presentation of a show is supposed to go. That's why in the beginning of the Tonight shows and the beginning of any morning series that you see that's a live shot event, they always have a monologue for a minute or two. I know that when I do that, people think that I'm not doing what YouTube tells you to do, but what I keep trying to explain to y'all is often I'm not putting on a presentation of a YouTube show. Often what I'm doing is putting on a presentation of an actual show, and I'm just using whatever tools that I have at my disposal to try to, materialize it. Give me a second. So I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity to get back in the room, then we're gonna talk some more about this DJ Akademiks beef that he actually has with Erykah Badu. I would like to also discuss why does DJ Akademiks always beefing with women? Like at one point, good morning, sir. All right. At one point, I was like, hey, you know what? It's not him. And then I'm like, you know what? I've had the misfortune of being basically the only adult man living in the household that had, at that time, 4 females. And so sometimes women just argue, fam. Okay. Sometimes women just argue, fam. So this might be what the case is here. Also, somebody was making fun of me the other day because they said, why you got on a t-shirt? You got another shirt on under the t-shirt. Easy. 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 Because this is the look that I prefer. I like when I have the shirt, the other shirt, like that. All right. So this is how I'm trying to make the look happen. So yeah, everything is about fashion. Oh man. With that being said, where we at? We at the 3-minute mark. I'm gonna bullshit a little bit more. I'm trying to wait till like 20 people. I'm trying to wait till somebody actually comments that's worth me responding to. Not for nothing. So we're gonna give it another minute or two. But shout out to Coney Island. Shout out to the community around here. I'll tell you a funny thing. So I'm coming back. I told y'all I saw them playing basketball the other day inside of their courtyard. So I see the shit. So I hear the crowd. And like that's the shit that make me want to play. You understand what I'm saying? Playing with these fucking goofballs that I've been playing with that freeze niggas out, that play weirdo basketball because they there having a dick measuring contest instead of just hooping. I just want to hoop, fam. I don't care about how you personally feel about me. I don't care about how I personally feel about you. I just want to hoop, fam. So I've been hooping with these weirdos, and so it just makes you not really. I was falling out of love with basketball, fam. I just started loving it again when I started like playing with the kids and shit like that. I was falling out of love with basketball because I was playing with weirdos. I don't know no way to explain it. I mean, there's a couple of good players at the park. There's quite a few good players at the park, but one, they've been going for like I guess over the summer. And two, the only ones that show up is the weirdos. It's the weirdos. I just want to be clear about this. So when I heard the crowd yesterday and I heard everybody playing, I wanted to go see what they was doing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just didn't. Okay, so I'm walking back home. So I get to the street right here where I'm at right now, right? So I'm about to I'm like, I have my bag in my hand. So I'm about to cross over. I'm like, fuck it. I should go see what's happening over here, right? You hear it? So I'm about to cross over. So before I cross over, I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna go home. It's a vibe. Like, I just feel a vibe. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go home. So I turn around to get ready to go home. So I walk down the other street because I gotta go. I'm going to the other entrance or whatever, right? So let me tell you what happened. This is funny. So apparently there was a dude that was on this street with a pit bull or something. The nigga walked all the way around the block just to yell at me as he walked past me. So I said, I guess I'm doing good things. I guess the people that hate me now are like trying to double down to make sure I don't talk to nobody in the neighborhood, like I'm not polite to nobody in the neighborhood. So now they're gonna have people walking past me, yelling at me again and trying to curse me out and doing all type of different weirdo shit. So I'm gonna try to stay being receptive. I'm gonna be receptive to the people that's receptive to me. That's it. That's how we get it. I'm gonna be receptive to the people that's receptive to me. For the people that want to yell at me, yell at me. It is what it is. I don't really. The people that want to follow me around and hate me, like y'all niggas is really think that God put you on earth to follow Jack Frost around for the rest of his life until he die. Like, for the people that think that, I don't know what to tell you. I think that's bananas, but Satan comes in all forms. What can I tell you? Let's get to the show. So I want to be clear about this. I don't want to be no misunderstanding. What DJ Akademiks is doing is women shit. How do you have an argument? You a whole man. You have an argument with anyone 3 years ago. And now you're sitting around looking for your opportunity to shoot back at them. Men don't operate that way, fam. This is some real shit. This is not me trying to disrespect nobody. This is real shit. Men don't operate that way. Literally, that's a feminine trait. Women, you'll have an argument or you'll do something your woman don't like in November. Then y'all get in an argument in October. Notice, that's 11 months later. She will bring that shit up. Why? She's a woman, fam. That's to be expected. That's not something that we expect out of men. You expect for when you and your woman have some kind of, oh man, this shit is gonna come up again. You expect that. You don't expect that type of energy with men. You expect you and a dude or whatever. What's up, my brother? You expect you and a dude or whatever might have a misunderstanding or you have an argument or whatever, but then a couple of days later, that shit is dead. It's not nothing nobody talking about. It's not nothing nobody thinking about. This is why I try to keep telling y'all. These new age niggas is learning this shit from old bitter niggas to follow people around and stalk people and be weirdos. And then when you add to the fact that it's a shame that so many households don't have a two-parent household, and you have a lot of men that's being raised by women, and they're watching their mothers who are doing extraordinary things. They're raising these children by herself. She's going out there battling the world. She's bringing everything back to the household that they need to survive. So these young men are growing up and they are idolizing their mothers, and rightfully so. But instead of idolizing their mothers for being the beautiful queen that she is, they're wanting to be that beautiful queen, even still while trying to claim being the king. So they're not gay. They're not walking around trying to have sex with other men, but what they are doing is carrying all the characteristics that they've learned from their strong, beautiful mothers, and then now they're a man though, with feminine traits. This is one of the reasons why it's so important. Morning. All right. This is one of the reasons why it's so important to have men in children's lives. Not men in sons' lives, not men in daughters' lives, men in children's lives, and responsible men. That's why it's so important. Shout out to Tori Moses, says acts from Jamaica. He used to talking to women like that. My dude, I know a lot of Jamaican men, fam. I grew up in the Bronx. I'm currently living in Brooklyn. There is a difference between what Ak is doing and generally how West Indian men talk to their women. Because I need you to understand this. Have you dated or have you had been? West Indian women are the same energy. You understand? They're not taking no shorts, my nigga. So when they're talking to their women, the way that they're talking to them, she might cut you. It's different, fam. So that's the point in which I'm trying to make. Thank you, Tori Mosley. You get what I'm saying? That's the point that I'm trying to make. It's different when you're talking to somebody that's bringing you aggressive energy, rather than when you're talking to somebody that's being malleable. You're talking to somebody when y'all trying to create an understanding. You're talking to somebody and y'all might just only have a misunderstanding. In contrast, when you're talking with somebody from an adversarial standpoint and y'all speaking in a manner to attack one another and to cause pain to come to one another. That's one. Two, as you being a man, you having a beef with a nigga 2 and 3 years, that's not manly. That's a feminine trait. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass. Drops the Cash App. He says, let's go. People always wonder why I tell y'all, like, when you meet me, you be like, yo, this nigga's one of the most friendliest guys in the world, right? And then you wonder why I'm not friendly to everybody. And then I explain to you, I am friendly to everybody. I'm 100% friendly to everybody. But what happens is people decide gestation. And they decide what value they put on you. So while I'm walking up to people and I'm valuing their presence, they might not be valuing my presence, but they might also think that I should treat them in a way in which their presence is valued. That's what I think Akademiks does. You'll come into his sphere, into his, his orbit, and what will happen basically is he'll treat you in a manner where you're a castaway. He don't really value your presence, but he wants you to value his presence. You understand? This is another. Okay, so I'm going to break it down from a female standpoint. You got to win a woman over. Think about that for a moment. Even if she likes you, you still got to win her over. First of all, that's backwards. But this is what happens when a man has a feminine trait. Tori Mosley says, the way Act been squashing beefs lately, a mutual friend will probably get them on the phone. It should be on the podcast soon. All right, so, so we had this conversation a couple of years ago. See, this is the problem that Act suffers from all the time. He's disliked by so many people that there's just certain rooms he can't get in. Do y'all remember about 2 years ago when Act started coming outside? It was like 2.5 years ago. Act started showing up in the club. He showed up in the club, pulled up with Casanova and all that other type of shit. Y'all remember when that was happening? Remember what I told y'all is going on? Act is trying to make his brand a little bit more friendly to the people that he need to talk to. Now I need for you to pay attention to when he do his interview shows. Why is he always interviewing the same, like, 6 people? Akademiks, man. Let's just be honest. He is the top of what we do. Why he's always interviewing the same 6 people? Explain this. He's the top of what we do, fam. That's because there's certain people that won't talk to him. So what's happening is this. That whole group over there won't talk to him until he apologized to those whole group over there because he was actually wrong. So now he's just walking around making amends. And that's why this don't make sense. I'm going to tell you why he did it, though. Or at least why I believe he did it. So basically, One of the things that happened with Tory, I was saying Tory Mosley's name, with Tory Lanez, one of the things that happened with Tory Lanez is this. Listen and pay attention. There was some information that was leaked. Academics leaked it. Y'all remember? After this information was leaked, the judge got upset. The Megan Thee Stallion was talking about it. Academics was throwing out excuses. It was bananas. Y'all remember that, right? Right? Y'all remember that? So basically, Erykah Badu commented on it. When Erykah Badu commented on it, what ended up happening was this. Academics responded back. And this is the part that I don't like. There was no escalation. Like Erykah Badu responded back, and Academics immediately went nuclear. Nuclear. However the fuck that Bush guy said it. Immediately. There was no levels of escalation. You said something about me that I didn't like, so I make a snide remark back. And then it gets a little bit more than a little bit more. That didn't happen. That was an emotional response by Academics. Like Academics was sitting around waiting for Erykah Badu to say something for him to respond back to her. That's just not a manly... Men don't do that. They just don't, man. Good morning. Men don't do that. Tory Mosley says he got a live show in September. Hope he has tons of security because he dissed Caesar? I don't know how to say that girl's name. From the Joe from TDE, and Joe Button said top from TDE call asking for Axe number. Nothing's gonna happen to DJ Academics, fam. I promise you, nothing's gonna happen. If somebody do something to DJ Academics, fam, it's gonna be bad for them and whoever they running with. I promise you. If I was the feds, the CIA, or anybody that operates, the CIA isn't supposed to operate on American soil. But if I was the feds or anybody else that operate on American soil, DJ and trying to bust criminals and people in the rap game and Ricos and shit like that, DJ Academics would be one of the pages that I'd have freaking notifications lined up for. So anybody doing anything to DJ Academics, you're just asking to go to jail. That's literally one of the benefits of covering court cases well. Ah, fuck. You get fans, man. You get fans. My dude, you know how dope it was when we was covering the Tekashi case? And one of the ADAs, one of the USADAs walked up to me and basically told me that they was a fan of my fucking page. Know how good that felt? And then the other guy came over and started fucking damn near cheerleading and was just fanboying for like 10 minutes. Know how good that felt? Actual attorneys talking to me, telling me that I know what I'm talking about when I get on YouTube and I discuss cases. And these wasn't regular attorneys, these were federal attorneys. That felt good, fam. I ain't gonna lie to you. I spoke to some of the other attorneys that was just in the courtroom. And I got you, right, bastard. I spoke to some of the other attorneys that was just in the courtroom. Same thing, impressed. During the freaking Taxstone trial, I spoke to attorneys that was in that building, impressed. So that's one of the benefits. That's why I try to tell y'all, I'm never gonna be pissed off at the police, man. I'm never gonna be pissed off at the police. At some point, somebody is gonna kill me. They're gonna have to solve my murder. It's gonna most likely be somebody from that satanic group that's been stalking me for the last 3 or 4 years. If it's not them, they're gonna fool one of these idiots from around here to do it. That's what I think is gonna happen, because that's what they've been trying to do. But I've been living in neighborhoods with you know, not as, you know, they've been dangerous neighborhoods, but they didn't have crash test dummies all over the place. I don't know what the eyes is about, Tada. You want to tell me? I'm curious. I'm never gonna go watch or do anything that got to do with anything that has to do with hate against me, period. So if y'all expecting for me to reply to something that I don't know about, it ain't gonna happen. And I'm also gonna make sure that I'm gonna stay not knowing about it. Because it don't make sense for me to reply to something that keep the hate. With that being said, so he's pissed off over that. I don't know. He called her, and then her clapback. Let me tell you what her clapback was. Her clapback was excellent. This has to be one of the best clapbacks I've ever heard. I think that DJ Akademiks should leave Erykah Badu alone. I don't think that this is a battle he could win. There's nothing that he can say that can be bad for her. I'm gonna explain something. So he called her a cum rag. Talking about she was dating this rapper, dating that rapper, she a cum rag. She was with Common. He's not just a rapper, he's also an actor. He's also one of the best rappers, who has one of the best battle raps, who had one of the best battles in history. He's an accomplished. You're? All right, what up, brother? All right, have a blessed day. He's accomplished. So he's not a nobody. Who else was she with? Andre 3000, who somebody believe is the best rapper. He's actually on the top of a lot of people's list. Who else did Erykah Badu date? If anybody feel like putting it in the chat. Who else did Erykah Badu date? If anybody else feel like putting it in the chat. Because I want to know, who did she date that wasn't respectable and not worth dating? Electronica. Shout out to Gotti. She dated the DOC? The fuck are you talking about? I don't know about Electronica, but you said he dated Electronica. That's like fucking the Rock Nation ghostwriter. Keep going. We already know who Jay Electronica is. He's a Rock Nation ghostwriter, fam. So he's probably written hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. Alright? Once again, everybody she's with elevates. So the thing that he's trying to use to be disrespectful to her is actually a thing that you should look at her, and even though, yes, she's been with a couple of dudes, damn, every guy she gets with elevates, man. Tori Mosley says, yeah, Badu and Doc DOC, both from Dallas. Act better not go to any Cowboys games at Jerry World. All right? Dude, I think that that's a plus. This is why I keep trying to tell people, right? Y'all out here dating people so y'all don't be alone. Y'all out here dating people because they got the body. Y'all out here dating people because they got money. Y'all out here dating people for every other reason than because they make you better. Morning. Y'all dating people for every other reason, fam. You dating people for money. You dating people to have a place to stay. You dating people for, I don't know, whatever the hell your reason might be. But people ain't dating people because the person make them better. Go find somebody that make you better, make you a better you. The fuck? There's still some of us out here that we don't want to date somebody that ain't adding, making us a better person. That all of the material that you can say that you bringing, hell, we can go get it ourselves if we could. Good morning, sir. Good morning. If we could get to where we need to be, we could go get that shit together. Had some weird shit happen to me when I walked in the supermarket the other day. So I'm in the supermarket did not do it. So I'm in the supermarket, and so there's this kid that be playing basketball over here, right? Tall kid. But I always thought he was, I don't know, 16 years old or some shit. So I'm in the, this is weird, let me tell you what happened. So I'm in the supermarket, and I get on the line to be on the line, and the first thing is, he's on the other side of the line, like where you already have paid for your shit at. He comes, and he walks down to stand on the line in back of me, and asks me for my phone number. That had to be some of the most wildest shit I ever seen in my life. I know him from the park. I see you at the park all the time. So I turn around and I'm like, I don't give out my phone number. That's fucking bananas and crazy. I'm not giving you my phone number. But this is my Instagram. Fuck it, I'll get an extra follow. But that was bananas and crazy. And then hold on, let me tell you, this is why I think this shit is crazy. Hold on. I wasn't really thinking about it when it happened. When it happened, I just was like, all right, this is just one of the kids from the park. It is what it is. Right? R.I.P. to Magoo, that's a fact. So, I'm at the park. And I'm just shooting around by myself because I try to come to the park on purpose when the other kids ain't there. For some strange reason, they think I want to play with them. I don't want to play with y'all niggas. So I'm going to the park when they not there on purpose because there's only one court. It's only one court. So I'm going to the park on purpose when nobody's there at all so I can shoot by myself. So while I'm there shooting by myself, this one dude, I don't know this nigga from Adam, fam. I don't know. It's like a Puerto Rican guy. He got like long hair, whatever. It's just, he looks like, whatever. I don't know. So he walks past. He walks all the way past and he doubles back around and he says, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" I said, "What's up? I'm trying to be as social as possible." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up? Yada yada." So then he comes up to me and he's just like, "Hey, when you out here to play basketball?" Like, I don't know. He was trying to like go on a date with me or some shit. Like, I'm just Jack, fam. You could just come up to me and talk and we could chill. Asking for my phone number and shit like that. That seems weird. Trying to set up appointments when we gonna see each other again. That shit is weird. If you're a woman, I mean, I'm ready to make concessions. Let's run back to the crib real quick. I got a bathroom. I'm saying if you're a woman, I'm ready to make all of the concessions. I might be ready to make concessions. You got a vagina. Shit. Just saying. The fuck? This shit was weird, man. The kid is just awkward. Also, apparently, I'm not gonna tell you guys personal business, but apparently, he's like an intern somewhere. I'm not gonna tell y'all where, but that's one of the main reasons why I was like, you know what, boom. All right, here you go. It's like an intern somewhere. What the fuck? Nah. Thank you. I'm just so confused right now. I was doing so much stuff at the side. Oh, okay, it's open. I was so confused and shit. So basically, when I'm walking with my tripod, I put the legs down, but apparently I hit the wrong switch, so I was putting the wrong legs down. So I was good morning. So I was trying to, so I was like, what in the hell am I doing over here? Nah. So, back to what we talking about. Yeah, that shit is crazy. R.I.P. Magoo. They don't know what happened to Magoo yet, apparently. I guess we're gonna find out when we find out. For everybody that don't know, Magoo is Timbaland's rap partner at one time. A lot of people didn't like him. I actually thought he was pretty lyrical. I think a lot of people didn't like him because of the sound of his voice. I think his voice just fucked him up. Because I thought he was pretty lyrical. I liked Magoo. I thought he was pretty lyrical. I like him. And then people was like shitting on him. But I'm like, the guy's not a bad rapper, man. So what he sound like? His lyrics is tight. I mean, I know your vocals are important. So maybe it was just that the frequency that his voice resonated at, it just upset people. It just people wasn't fucking with it. That's basically what it was. Because you do know the way your voice sounds basically is the frequency that you're resonating at. You understand what I'm saying? Like the frequency your voice is sending out. So certain frequencies, we're just gonna be more susceptible to finding, liking than others. Obviously, it's gonna touch us differently. That's why that's another reason why they say music soothes the savage beast. Also, it's got a lot to do with frequency. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Good morning. That's neither here nor there. She had an ass on her. I had no idea. It could just be the scrubs. I swear. I think there's chicks walking around with scrubs that ain't even nurses. They just like, I like how this make my ass look. I'm not a nurse, but I play one in the streets. Oh, man. Like, is scrubs like the women's gray sweatpants? I'm curious. Could y'all put that in the chat? Is scrubs like women's gray sweatpants? I'm curious. Put that in the chat. I'm asking. I think there's women just walking around with scrubs on. They ain't got nowhere to go. They're going to get a coffee and shit. Just threw scrubs on in the morning. They ain't really going nowhere. What do y'all think about, I haven't talked about Erykah Badu's reply back to him yet. What up, Richard? I haven't discussed Erykah Badu's reply yet. I haven't discussed that. I got a question. So somebody said, I just want to be clear about this. Somebody said they came into the chat earlier trying to hate, and they basically said that somebody went to their chat to go do an interview or something. Somebody who? I don't have no business with that man, right? I mean, I post them and I repost them every time and time again when my social media allow for me to use it, but I don't have any actual business with that man. So I don't know if y'all actually spoke to him or not, but I don't have any actual business with him. And shout out to him and shout out to his family. You're talking about church-going folk that you're trying to say now is doing something like that's church-going folk, fam. Shout out to them. Scrubs are just a type of clothes maternity people wear, men and women. Yeah, I know scrubs are just so open eyes doesn't get the joke? Okay. Open eyes doesn't get the joke. Everybody clap it up for open eyes that didn't get the joke. It's a typical woman's response going after his manhood. I thought I'm going to talk about the layers I found in it. 1. 2, I don't want to hear about going after a man's manhood that's beefing with somebody over 3 years. You're not going after his manhood. He's declined to own up to it. You talking about, I knew there was something wrong with the damn thing. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hey, good morning. Nope. Have a good day. I'm not sure if that was dude's, my homeboy's wife or his sister, so I'm not going to make any lewd comments. But she is attractive. I'm going to make 0 lewd comments. I'm going to be extremely respectful. She is attractive. She has a fatty. That's not fair, right? Like, yeah, shit out that morning. Anyway, this neither here nor there. So, I just like saying nice things about people. I just like seeing something positive about a person and then commenting on it. Like, if that's when I think I'm at my funnest, that's when I'm at my best. I like to say nice things to people. It's fun. Anyway, get back to the DJ Akademiks thing. Well, okay, so she and I find this interesting. So the first thing Erykah Badu did, I don't have her in I don't know what she said verbatim, but basically one of the things he said referred to her vagina. So she used to have like a cologne or a perfume she was selling or some shit like that, that was called PUSSY basically, right? Juice or some shit. So she decided to, I guess, take some of those out of retirement, and she decided to sell some of her product again. And I read this. I didn't actually see it because when I saw the video, I wasn't looking close enough. But on the actual carton, the container, the thing, it actually shows a little Jerry mouse. Because remember she called him Jerry? And he has a chain on that has DJ Akademiks' last name on it. I forgot what DJ Akademiks' last name was. But the chain has DJ Akademiks' last name on it. So that was her clapback. So if she makes money off of this, you know, it is what it is. She said, you know what, I'm gonna make money off of this. Shout out to those birds that just buzzed me. She said, you know what, I'm gonna make money off of this. So, you know, shout out to that response. Very queen-like. I'm scared of as hell of some women just scare me, just in general. Livingston, yeah, that's his last name. I'm scared as hell of Erykah Badu. I'm very scared of her. I can feel her energy through the television. That's just some vagina I would stay away from. It's dangerous. She's dangerous. I don't know what else to tell you. You're gonna have a good time though, I assume. It seems like every man she's with's never been the same. How the hell does dude go from dating Erykah Badu to dating, what's the name of that chick that Common was just recently in a relationship with the damn mole on her face, the comedian? How the hell you go from dating Erykah Badu to that? Also, shout out to, when I lived in Georgia, I was actually dating this chick named Shanine. And apparently everybody thought she looked like a young Erykah Badu. So, you know, Erykah Badu got a place in my heart. I didn't see it. Everybody else did, though. I just thought she was pretty. Warner Brothers might sue her ass. Okay, so that's the first thing that I thought. That's the first thing that I thought. Trademark infringement. Copyright infringement. That's the first thing I thought. But you don't never know.
Morning, brother.
How you doing today? Good?
Man, as always, man.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. You want to say what's up to the people? You want to say what's up to the people, or you too fresh? Never too fresh.
Never too fresh. Good morning.
He fly though. Look at the suit. Give me that. Look at the suit. He always fly. Have a blessed day. I think that came out wrong. I just meant that because, you know, he's always fly. He's a great guy. He's always hospitable. Him and his wife are just absolutely incredible people. Good morning. How you doing today? Excellent. Every day's a good day, even the bad ones. Have a blessed day.
Did you go yesterday?
Yes, I did go. I was there in the morning. What actually happened is I get in trouble with YouTube whenever I play music.
Oh, okay.
So when they turn the music on.
Oh, they have music?
Yeah, they never had music before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they turned the music on, I was kind of held to, I had to leave because
Oh, no, I get it. I
YouTube.
was just curious. I didn't go. So
I went there early. I was there like 9.
They had music.
I was there early. I was going to stay the whole day.
Nice.
Thank you for putting me on. You are so great.
Anytime.
Have-
Thank you for coming. So have a good one.
You also. That's just a wonderful couple. I don't know how many kids they got, but I'm pretty sure their kids grew up on the right side of the damn track. I don't know no other way to say that. Yeah, I that came out wrong. It's just dude is always fly. You understand what I'm saying? Like he always fly. He always dressing fly. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with his style. So I was just trying to say, you know, he might be too fly today. We can't get him on camera. So so that just came out wrong. We gonna go stand in front of the school for a little while. Let's get get the opportunity to have different people walk past us. Let's go stand in front of the school for a little while. Yeah. Have a blessed day, my brother. Mr. Home. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just want to say this real quick. But one of the main reasons why I be mad skeptical about the chicks around here is because of that chick that was ran up on me screaming out that I should go kill myself. I was like, so they might be trying to, like, you know, line me up, man. Morning, my brother. All right. It's like niggas might be trying to line me up, man. How the hell that woman was following me around saying, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's it. I think about that. I think about that not a lot, but I be thinking about that shit. Like, what the fuck? Why would she do that? Like, why would you do that to anybody? That's crazy. Like, you just ain't got no heart. Like, none. You don't got no heart, no humanity in you. What the fuck? Like, people are weird, man. In any regard, some people ain't got no humanity in them, man. At least that's the way I see it. You can see it the way you want to see it. But remember, I'm compassionate. Remember. So maybe I just see the world different. Maybe I can't understand why people are so angry at each other. Maybe I can't understand why people hate each other. Maybe I can't understand stuff like that. Because I can't even understand jealousy and envy. Like, I can't understand those things. Like, I literally don't have the capacity to understand why you would look at something that somebody else have and be mad at them because they have it and you don't. I don't understand that. So I'm never going to get along with certain people, and I'm never going to be able to have conversations with certain people because there's just certain behaviors that I just don't understand. It's just, that's the way it is, and that's one of the things that make me me. What up, my brother? How you doing today? Salute. You want to say what's up to the people?
Yeah, man.
I'm just going to turn the bitch around. Yeah. There we go.
Greetings in the wonderful name of Jah Rastafari Selassie. Greetings to the people.
Boom.
This morning is a wonderful morning. So to the whole universe, everybody have a blessed day.
Appreciate
Pick up
you.
yourself. Manners and respect.
Who's this little cutie?
That's my little homeboy, they named
Okay.
Alright? Yeah.
Let's go. Appreciate you.
You're welcome, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Morning. Yeah. So, this nigga got a cardboard on the top of his shit talking about student driver. That's crazy. That's why I keep trying to say, I know the devil worshippers are gonna try to make everybody in my neighborhood hate me. I mean, y'all gonna make the kids hate me. There's nothing I can do about that. They're fucking kids. Oh shoot, that guy got music on. They're fucking kids. There's nothing I can do about that. But no actual adult that see a person every day and see that there's nothing wrong with them is just gonna just start assuming and helping you hate. No actual adult, unless they got a mental health disorder. That's just a fact, fam. So I get it. What kind of fucking adult is walking around trying to... That don't even make sense. So yeah, you're gonna come to my neighborhood. You're gonna convince all of the people with mental health problems. You're gonna convince all of the little kids. Boom. They're gonna all start worshiping what y'all worship and not realizing that they're worshiping it. They just thinking that they hating on me. It's a wonderful book called The Dark Knight Returns. Is it The Dark Knight Returns or The Dark Knight? It's one of those books. It's a DC comic And basically the Joker made Batman do a whole bunch of weird shit where Batman thought he was doing good, but in reality he was casting a spell and he was doing bad. And that's what happens to a lot of us. We're so busy to try to help somebody because they got some kind of weird ass sob story. So we be so busy trying to help somebody that we don't know we doing devil's work. That's why I keep trying to tell you, just pay attention to certain mechanisms. If somebody tell you somebody did something to you 7 years ago and they need your help, the fuck you need? You didn't move on from something that happened 7 years ago? That shit happened 7 years ago. You didn't move on. I'm not saying you didn't go and befriend the guy. I'm saying that emotionally you still feel like you need to do something bad to this individual after something that happened 5 and 6 years ago. That's mental health disorder. I'm sorry, it is. I'm not even gonna ask you, is it a lie? There is no lies told there. Mom, I used to work at a MICA center, fam. I used to literally work with people with mental health disorders. Literally. That's a mental health disorder, man. Anyway, let's get back to this DJ Akademiks. So, my son, I'm curious as when my son is going to say something. My son never let nothing happen with Akademiks without him talking. And I don't know, and I just want to be clear about this. This might be one of those situations where when he jump out the window and say Akademiks is being a bitch, I might not be able to defend Akademiks. This is bitch behavior. I want to be clear about this. I don't mean him responding as much as I mean the volume in which he responded from his first response. He went completely nuclear when he could have just made a remark, when he could have just mentioned it and moved on. He went completely nuclear. He went on a whole rant when a rant wasn't necessary. Sometimes you just gotta correct the child. You don't gotta give a child a whooping. I'm gonna say that again. Sometimes you just gotta correct the child. You don't have to give the child the whooping. See, there's parents out there that believe that every time their child does anything wrong, any little tiny thing wrong, that they gotta hit them. When in reality, the child probably wasn't being disobedient. The child probably just was ignorant to whatever they were supposed to do and didn't know any better. So now you're not hitting a child or disciplining a child for being a delinquent or for being because of some kind of malfeasance that or something that they did that was wrong. You're literally just hitting this child because the child didn't know better, because you were a bad leader. So in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I don't think he's wrong for responding back. I think he's wrong for how he responded. It wasn't necessary. He responded back in a way that now nobody can apologize. Good morning. Big fan. He responded back in a way that nobody can apologize. Copy? So he was wrong. Once again, sometimes you just discipline the child. Sometimes, just so we can be clear, you don't always hit the child. Sometimes you got to just show the child how to do the thing. Hold on, stop, let's slow down. I'm going to tell you one of the main things that we got to start saying to children when we're trying to set them straight. And that's just calming the whole situation down. Allowing for them to catch their breath. Deep breaths, you got to do it yourself so they emulate it. Deep breaths so we can all calm down. And so now when I say this thing to you, you can receive it. While you're yelling and screaming at the child can't receive it. The child is frantic. The child is anxious. The child can't receive it. You get it? The child can't receive it. Just so we can be clear. Just so we can be clear. No, kids cannot receive it when you're yelling. That's why every time I see a parent outside and they don't know how to calm their child down, that tells me that they're a bad leader. No disrespect intended. Children are gonna have episodes. That's never gonna stop their child. They're gonna get frustrated. They're gonna have episodes. It's your ability to mitigate, or pardon me, it's your ability to get them in tune with their emotions in that moment so they can calm down. That proves how good of a leader you are to your own children. You can tell me if I'm wrong, put it in the chat. Tell me how I'm wrong. I'm listening. Put it in the chat. Tell me how I'm wrong. I'm listening. Y'all say I'm wrong about everything, right? Good morning, my brother. Salute. Y'all say I'm wrong about everything, right? Put it in the chat. Tell me how I'm wrong. Nah, it has nothing to do with patience. It has more to do with some people just haven't learned how to parent. We got a lot of people that had to learn on the fly, fam. We got people that don't have people to teach them how to parent. Remember, we had the crack 80s. So I'm not mad at no parent. I'm just saying the thing that just happened with DJ Akademiks, this is why he's wrong. Because what he didn't do was, he didn't respond back appropriately. So if you get into a situation like a fight or something in the street, you do know that the minute that you take it past a reasonable amount of force, you're in the wrong. So if you're fighting somebody and y'all just having a fist fight, and during this fist fight, nobody else is doing anything else, but during this fist fight, you decide to pull out a knife and stab a fool, yeah, you're going to jail. What are you talking about? Notice the situation that just happened in Montgomery. There's only one black person that got arrested. Homeboy with the chair. Tell me where the lie at. You're allowed to use equal force. What up, Rue? Don't nobody see them dots? Jones, how you doing? What up, young Earl? You are allowed to use equal force. You're allowed to protect yourself. You are allowed to protect yourself. You are allowed. You're never allowed to defend yourself. Those are two different things in court. When you go to court, those are two different things. You are never defending yourself. You are always protecting yourself. Good morning. If y'all understood how much law I be just telling y'all and just other different facts that I just be throwing out, that if you're receptive is beneficial to your life, you'll be surprised, fam. I be sharing a lot of good shit, man. Free of charge. Free of charge. I literally be sharing shit that you will have to get paid, you will have to pay niggas to tell you. I be sharing shit that people give out that you gotta go pay people to give you this information. I just share it. All I do is say, help support the platform. People tell me I'm doing too much. Think about that for a moment. Also, these people that tell you don't support the platform, are they dropping any jewels or are they just dropping hate? Are they putting you on the game, or are they just telling you to hate another person? Are they giving you any type of information that can help your life, or are they just saying hate this other person because we hate them too? Just a question. Just a question. Shout out to the 10 people that hit the like button so far. We got 69 people in the room. Hit that like button so we can send out some notifications. Appreciate y'all. Let's get it. Good morning. We might go to Popeyes today. I really only said because your fit is lit. I just gotta I fuck with the orange and black. Let's go. Y'all know orange is our color and shit. So she just walked by with the orange and black on, and the fit is lit. Morning, my brother. All right. All right, what else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We at the 56-minute mark. Who got the muffin money this morning? Who got the muffin money this morning? And we might go to Popeyes today. I'm not 100% sure. We might go to Popeyes today at some point. We might have a Popeyes. You know what? I'm gonna start doing my afternoon lives. Might start be calling Popeyes lives. We might go to Popeyes. If we go to Popeyes, you'll know. I'll put Popeyes names in the chat. I fuck with Popeyes. They like me. There's a ton of people that like me. You fuck with me, I fuck with you. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. But I did think the clapback from Erykah Badu was interesting. I thought it was dope. It's the way to go. How is that a question? You don't know how to cook is not a question. Do you know how to cook is a question. Just so we can be clear. You know how to cook is a statement that you threw a question mark on the end of. Let's be clear about this. What did you want the inflection of? You know how to cook? You could only have said that after you saw me cook. You understand? Because then that's surprise. You would have saw me cook and just say, you know how to cook? But you haven't seen me cook. So therefore there can't be any surprise. So therefore the only way that you could ask that question is, do you know how to cook? What do you want to talk about Charleston White? Charleston White what? What about Charleston White? He went on the Aiden guy's show, got thrown off. I don't care about that. Did a live talking about Akademiks Tory Lanez situation. He dicks acts for disrespecting women. Akademiks too freely. I'm going to say it like this. Akademiks argues with women like he doesn't like the women in his life. That's what it looks like. Like he don't respect them. He argues with women like he don't respect the women in his life, man. So I don't know. No, that's the best way I could put it. Because these women ain't coming at him. Like they might be saying shit he don't like. But they not coming at him, in my opinion. Remember, this is just my opinion. I mean, opinion's an asshole. What the fuck do I know? So in my opinion, it was just too much. His response was just too much. His response was so much it wasn't respectable. That's what I'm saying. It was so much that I can't respect it. I don't know what you're talking about, Open Eyes, just so we could be clear. Tadad says, why is Charleston White sending mans? I don't know. He sent somebody his D-pic? That's crazy. That's bananas. I sent a dick pic like 3 times in my life. I banged 2 of them, so I feel good about it. The other one was in a whole nother state, and I never made it there, just so we could be clear. Three dick pics in my life. I banged 2 of them. And the other one lived in a whole nother state. I didn't get the opportunity. I don't do that. I don't do the dick pic thing. It don't make sense. Why would they be men? What the fuck? I'm not on that type of time, fam. At all. I had some fucking weird dude come up to the park and try to make a fucking basketball date with me. That shit is fucking bananas. But I try to be nice. So, you know, because I don't want to come off like I'm like I don't hate you. I don't want to have sex with a man. I don't. So I don't want to argue with you. I don't think this is something I should be arguing with you over. Like that wouldn't make sense. More than my brother. Like that wouldn't make sense. Rude, don't nobody see them dots. Joe says, did you notice every time Akademiks argues, he brings up how much money? Yeah, I don't understand that shit. Yeah, bro sent his. I don't understand that. That's bananas. I don't send dick pics at all, fam. I did it like when it was first becoming. Good morning. Okay, love the accent. When it first became available, like when we first started having camera phones and shit. Yeah, I didn't know no better. Literally, the reason why I stopped is because it didn't. I was smashing anyway, so it didn't matter. Like, so I was like, why am I sending dick pics for? I'm here anyway. That's literally why I stopped. It was no need and shit. I was handsome enough. I don't know how else to say it. I was handsome enough. There was no need. Nah, I'm not sending no dick pics, period. Nevertheless, to another man, I'm not sending pics to another man. Like, that, I'm not, what up, my brother? Like, I'm not even on that type of time. Like, it have to be, maybe we took a photo together, and they like, yo, I'm trying to repost it, boom, I'll post it so you can, I'm not doing that. I don't understand that. Shout out to Straight G Toro, salute. Yeah, I don't understand that. I'm not on that type of time. What the fuck is you talking about? Good morning. Okay. CW, Charleston White invented zesting? I have no idea. What, the word or the term? Not the word, obviously, but the term and its urban colloquialism? Fam. Straight G Juror says, Jack, what do you think about the recent boxing fights, if they've been keeping up with boxing corporate in new way? All right, so the boxers we like are in separate divisions. All the boxers we want to see fight are in separate divisions. So some people are going to have to move up and some people are going to have to move down. It is what it is. All right? So if we got people switching weight classes, you know, obviously it's going to be to the benefit of the person who gets to stay in their weight class. So I don't know. Right now I think boxing is in a precarious position. Like, there's boxers that we thought were better or we expected more out of that we might not be getting that much out of right now. And I think that when you have situations like the Devin Haney-Loma fight where a lot of people believe Devin Haney lost, I think that's taken away from boxing. I think that boxing, when you have the knockouts, those are great. I think that we like actually coming to a decision also, but we like to believe that the decision is real. So I think that the Devin Haney situation, where a lot of people don't believe that he won that fight, I think it brought eyes to boxing, but at the same time, it also made boxing feel less credible as a sport. So I don't know about the appeal individuals might have for it right now. It's still beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful art forms. Random thing, if you're not watching Warrior on HBO Max, on Max, you're missing out. Go watch Warrior on Max. It's 3 seasons. It's based on a treatment, that idea that Bruce Lee had. So the main character basically kind of looks similar to Bruce Lee and uses Bruce Lee's fighting style for the most part, just so you can know what's going on. All right, go check it out. It's a spaghetti western. Good morning. It's a spaghetti western karate flick. That's the best way to put it. It's beautiful. In any regard, boxing is still beautiful. But I think that Devin Haney fight might have pushed people the wrong way. I think that Devin Haney fight might have pushed people the wrong way. It rubbed me the wrong way. I don't like to see when decisions are missed, it's ugly. That's it. Like, okay, you give it to Devin Haney, but all 3 judges, man, all 3 judges. The Straight G Toro says, yeah, me personally, I think Loma Chico won, but boxing is a business at the end of the day. And word, I'm gonna watch Warriors. Thanks for putting me on. It's Warrior, yeah. Watch it. It's incredible. It's fucking incredible. One of my favorite genres of movie is Western. I still remember to this day sitting in Hennessy Place off of Burnside, West Burnside in the Bronx, and sitting in there with my family, the Christians, and watching just movie after movie, and many of those movies was Westerns, because my aunt's favorite actor was Clint Eastwood. She just loved that dude. So that was one of my favorite actors. One of her favorite actors was Clint Eastwood. So she loved him. So we watched a lot of Westerns. I love Westerns to this day. My favorite genre to watch. And Warrior is basically a Western, but it's a karate flick. And it's balls to the wall action. It has a dope ass storyline. I watched season 1 and 2. I'm rewatching season 2 currently. But there is a 3rd season I haven't had the opportunity to watch. What up, my brother? There's a 3rd season I haven't had the opportunity to watch. But it's dope program. Go watch it. You will enjoy it, I promise. It actually, one of the main reasons why I like it is because almost everything I write in the sense of like a Western. Like almost everything I write with that 6, like a Western. I love Westerns. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, Hang 'em High, Clint Eastwood movies. Yes, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is probably the best Western ever created, just so we can be clear. Hang 'em High was good. Hang 'em High was the one where, I can even tell you what these are about, just to show you I know the fuck I'm talking about. Hang 'em High was the one where they tried to hang him. And what happened was, he ended up surviving. So he was walking around with a handkerchief all the time, well, cowboys do that anyway, to hide the rope marks. So then he goes to the judge, and the judge basically makes him a marshal or some shit like that. And then he's got to go round up people and bring them to the marshal, bring them to, you know, he becomes like a marshal. You got to go find the people. But then he goes and he finds the people that hang him. You understand what I'm saying? It's really interesting. It's dope. It's really interesting. It's dope. I did it no justice with that explanation, by the way. Rule, don't nobody see them dots. Jones says, I watched the Haney and Loma fight over and over again. It's close, but you got to beat the champion. It could have went either way. Sheesh. Good morning. No, I agree. What I'm saying is, you do got to beat the champion. But I mean, if you whooping that nigga ass in the ring, fam, you can't get all 3 judges. I'm going to say that again. If you whooping that nigga ass in the ring, fam, you can't get all 3 judges. All 3 judges? Loma said he'd rather retire than fight Shakur. Laugh out loud. Shakur offer Oma the most he ever made. Maybe that's why Loma lost, because they know that Loma's, there's certain people he's not going to fight. Maybe that's why all 3 judges went against him. Why are they going to let Devin Haney's value go down against the person who isn't even going to fight no more, or fight the people that the fights that need to be fought? So I don't know about the thing Tori Mosley is saying, but you have to want to refight the people that they want you to fight when you get to the top. Fucking bugs, man. I don't want to kill none of y'all. Get away from me. I don't understand. The birds is fucking buzzing me all day. The damn bugs is right up on me. The birds is buzzing me. I don't understand this. I hope she makes that bus. I'll tell you that much. Come on, Frost. Frost really won the 9th and 10th round. Everyone else was close. Was too close. No, I'm not going against whoever won and or lost. I'm just saying I don't think he could have got all 3 judges. That's my point. The LBDC making up the Loma Ducking narrative. Shout out to the LBDC. I mean the LDBC. For everybody that don't know, I fucks with those guys. I actually like those guys. Shout out to them. Shout out to Ticket. Good morning. Shout out to Ticket TV. Shout out to the Lions Den. I actually like all of those guys over there. They always they say a lot of wild shit over there. They're the ones that started this. What I'm saying is I don't think he should have got all 3 judges. That's all I'm saying. The fact that he got all 3 judges make me think a thing. That's what I'm saying. That was too close of a fight for all 3 judges, fam. I know who you talking about. Yo, y'all want to do our own boxing? I got a thing that I'm not sure when it's gonna be, just so we can be clear. But I'm expecting by the end of this week, some good things are going to happen. I'm expecting by the end of this week, going into next week, some good things are going to happen. And if it does happen, our boxing guys, please, I would like to start having conversations with y'all guys on this channel. Our boxing guys. So our boxing guys, stay close. Come on. Huh. Yeah, so the boxing guys, stay close. I'm going to try this again. Every time I try to do stuff with the community, we always get 1 or 2 people that work with the haters that come ruin it. I'm going to try my hardest to make sure that that don't happen this time. And then after they ruin it, they say I was cheating, y'all. Let me get up here before this fucking dust storm get here. This guy's coming here with the fucking dust storm. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that it's just a small, look, dust storm, whole dust storm coming. No water, just dirt. It's orange too. Yeah, I just looked over there and noticed that shit. I said, oh shit, shout out to New Century Air Inc. Maybe they should do some partnership deals with Jack Frost. And then I go and we shoot some commercials and shit like that and just have some fun. Who has good film studies? Let me go back down here. Just came through with the damn dust storm, man. I hate when they do that shit. Morning, gentlemen. All right. Just came through with the damn dust storm, man. What the hell? So we're going to try to do the boxing thing again. We're going to try to do the boxing thing. I'm expecting for something to happen at the end of this week. If it doesn't, all right? If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm expecting for a thing to happen by the end of this week. I'm not saying it's 100% gonna happen. I'm just saying I'm hoping that it does. I actually have to talk with a couple of people. And if it does happen, then this is the thing that we're gonna be able to try to get. Whenever we get all the way to a thing, we're gonna do it. BDA boxing. We could come up with a name to call our boxing. I mean, BBN boxing. I mean, what the hell? But the BBN Boxing Association, I don't know, whatever y'all want to call it. Or we could just call it the BBN Sports Association. And we're just discussing sports in particular. And boxing is one of the things we discuss. But the haters are gonna come. So, once again, if y'all not getting louder than the haters, then I need y'all to get louder than the haters. I don't know how to explain this. It's like, yeah, I need niggas to get louder than the haters. We an hour and 20 minutes into this show, we ain't getting no support to the Cash App, to the Super Chat, nothing. It's an hour and 20 minutes into the show. Oh, that's the name of the channel you was talking about. No, I know about the LBDC boxing guys. I fuck with them. I actually like those guys. Lions Den Boxing Association. I know those guys. I like those guys. I don't always agree with them. I disagree with them more than I agree with them. So I understand what you're talking about when you say the word bias. I disagree with those guys more than I agree with them. Sometimes they say stuff and I be like, what in the hell, man? How did you come up with this one? Y'all was just throwing darts at a ball? A wall? All right, do you like that one? I'm smacking the shit out of these bugs. Anybody out here probably just think I'm just waving my arms in the air looking like a widow. That's why I don't want to be swinging at them. What else we doing? Put it in the chat. What time is it? Damn, it's only 9:30. This is usually when the show starts. This is 9:30. This is usually around the time the show starts. We've been on already an hour and 21 minutes. Let's go. Are you aware of the Emmanuel Navarrete? He was crazy, leaping left to right, uppercut like Riddick Bowe, but it always lands. He sets it up by blinding him first with his right hand. He's the 3-division champ too. No, I'm not aware of him. I haven't been too close in the boxing for a little while now. I kind of backed up from it. Good morning. I love to let y'all have these conversations while I just moderate. We're going to try to make that happen. Since you're the only two in here really talking boxing, I'm going to try to make that happen. Y'all not scared to come on the platform, right? Y'all not scared to get in front of a camera? You do not have to show your face, obviously. But you're not scared to get in front of a camera, right? You're not scared to come on the show and talk about it? Just asking. Good morning. Who been here since the Valdez fight? We did the Valdez fight. Remember when we was doing all the fights? Sheesh. But you seen how when I was talking to her, what up AP? Salute. You see how when I was talking to her and I said they had music over there, she was like, music? I told y'all they don't usually have music over there, fam. They have a different styles of fighting. Shakar isn't as aggressive as Navarrete, but he lures people in with defense. Navarrete isn't on Shakur's level. Okay, so I just want to say something. Shout out to Darkwing and his whole entire family. But I've never asked Darkwing to do anything. Like literally. The only thing I've ever did to Darkwing was bring him places where he can meet people. I haven't did anything else. So I know you lying when you say that he's on your program. And if he is on your program, I don't know how. I literally never did anything, and I literally have a witness to this, by the way. I have witnesses, just so we can be clear. The only thing I ever did to Darkwing was invite him places where he could meet people. That's it. I didn't do anything else with him. I didn't promise him nothing. I didn't give him nothing. I didn't make any deals with him, nothing. Zero things. I just gave him the opportunity to meet people. I'm still going places. If he want to ever meet people, I can literally just go get a ticket and then take him places where he can go meet people in the industry. So if he doesn't want to be able to have that going for him, where he can be like, yo, Jack, you got anything going this week? And I can say, yeah, I can get us some tickets to this or to that, and we can just pull up, then that's him. I don't know what to tell you. But I've never offered him nothing. I've never told him I was going to do anything for him. The most things I ever said is I was going to repost for him. That's it. That's it. That's all. I just want to be clear on this. So if he's upset about something, shout out to him. But remember, all of these people that say that I'm doing something to them are all people that I actually tried to help. I don't think Darkwing is doing this. This is a man of the church, man. This guy goes to the church every Sunday with his family. He's not on that type of time. Just so we can be clear. He's not on that type of time. If he did, shout out to him. I wish all the blessings to his family. If he disrespected me and talked it crazy, I still wish all the blessings to his family. If he wants me dead just like y'all want me dead, I still wish all of the blessings to your family. There's nothing I can do about the way that you feel about me. Copy? You want people to think that I'm a liar because y'all lied about who I am. So you need for me to admit or to say or to lie that I'm lying about something that I was telling the truth about, in order for you to be able to say, see, I was lying about something that I was telling the truth about. Get it? I'm gonna die first, and I don't care what the consequences are. I just want to be clear about this. So you either rock with me or you don't. If you don't rock with me, it's fine. I'm not coming to try to ruin nobody's life at all, ever. Tori Mosley says, just because Shakar hasn't fought more champions yet doesn't make... People are ducking Shakar, though. So, I mean, how can he fight more champions? Aren't people ducking him? I'm just asking. Aren't people ducking him? I believe people are ducking Shakar, correct, right? It's like when I go to play basketball and I don't get the ball passed to me except for when I'm at a disadvantage. You can't then say I can't score. You're only passing me the ball when I'm gonna tell you what happened to me when I went to the courts the other day. This is why I say that these niggas is weirdo. So I'm at the court. I don't even want to play with these dudes. The only reason why I run is I'm about to go home. I'm with the kids. I'm doing whatever we're doing with the kids. I'm working the kids, working out with the kids, right? So at some point, the other dudes, some other niggas, I really don't like playing with these dudes. They come to the park all the time with like new different guys or whatever. I'll explain what happens. So I get on the team. I take one of my little dudes with me because I don't trust them. They put people on my team to throw the game on purpose. You understand? So they can say that they beat me. So I don't trust them. So I pick up one of my little dudes. So I put my little dude on my team, and I have to play with one of them. I don't have a choice. My other little guys, they too little. So I put the little dude on my team, and I got the other guy that's with them. At some point during the game, that guy has a little bit of integrity. He doesn't want to throw the game, so he lets another dude that came take his spot. Do you know that the dude, you don't understand what the term "my kids" mean? That means that you don't understand what that term means. You don't have no kids that you tutelage to. You don't have no kids that you have a community of, that you do stuff with. You never took kids nowhere. Besides these kids, I've taken kids places and done things. You never did that, so you don't understand that terminology. So you think I'm just saying something incorrectly because of your lack of intelligence? I get it. Anyway, so I'm playing basketball and I get the ball and I'm killing this dude. I'm taking him to my spot and I'm killing him. So the guy that's on my team starts bringing his defender over to me so they could crowd the ball so they could make my shot more difficult. So this is how I have to play. This is why I told you I don't even like playing with them dudes. So this is how I have to play. So this is why when I saw the dudes playing yesterday and I heard the crowd cheering, I was like, maybe I want to go over there and I want to watch. Because I don't get the opportunity to play with good players, but I do get the opportunity to see good players. Straight G Toro says, that's true, Tori. But I'm saying, that's pound for pound, you can't go off of what could be. Resume matters at the end of the day in a boxing career. Shakar has been they've been avoiding Shakar for a long time. Shakar ducked Haney, sent him an offer, 75-25 plus back in. Good morning. She turned around and looked. Plus back in pay-per-view sales. Shakar won a 50-50 split. He didn't want the fight. I'm gonna agree that sometimes you have to take the short end of the stick. A lot of great boxers had to do that. Mayweather had to do it. Had to take the short end of the stick against, I believe, De La Hoya. So sometimes that's just what you got to do. You got to take less so you can get, because the opportunity is worth more than what they're going to pay you for the opportunity. Period. The opportunity is more than you got to pay for your opportunity. Also, if I remember correctly, I think Dark Wing is like out of town right now, on tour, working, doing something. So you think, so you're trying to tell me while he's out of town working, doing something, he's just calling into your, I don't know. I mean, I've seen people do weird shit, but I don't think a man God is going to your demonic platform and talking. Resumes is built off of fights. If people are ducking you, you can't build a resume as fast. Doesn't mean you're less of a boxer. And that's the 100% point that I was making. When I play basketball with these guys, they only pass me the ball when they have their best opportunity. And my own team is helping put me in this position. When the other team has the best opportunity to play defense against me, that's the only time they pass me the ball. It's the same thing, fam. And no, not taking the less amount of pay is not ducking. Straight G Toro says, yeah, part of the reason might be because he priced himself out even when he had a fight lined up. No, I think that he just got to take sometimes you got to take the short money, fam. If he beats Devin Haney, he's the guy to beat. He should have just took the short money and fought Devin Haney. He should have just took the short money and fought Devin Haney, fam. That's what I think. That's my opinion on it. Sure. I mean, all of those kids' parents basically appreciate me and appreciate what I'm doing with their children. Like, I be meeting these people. So now, go up to them. I can't wait for them to call the police on y'all. Go up to them. I'm more than happy to let them know that some strange people are going to be coming up to y'all to show y'all things and show your kids things. You should call the police. Right? Where's Justin at? They didn't pick him up yet? Justin should be getting picked up like immediately. That's the guy that y'all send around here to go and try to manipulate the kids, right? Justin? The short dude with the he looked like a kid, but he got a big thick mustache. That kid? Straight G Turo says true, but can't go off of what could be. Devin Haney gave him an opportunity to become undisputed, but he never took it. Simple as that. I'm agreeing with you. He should have took the fight. I'm agreeing with you. He should have took the fight. Should have took the fight. I'm agreeing with you. Everybody forgets people get ducked, fam. But they doing that on purpose. They make you take a short fight. You're gonna have to take a short fight. You're gonna have to fight somebody at some point. on your way to be champion, you're going to have to fight somebody for short money to prove that you're a champion. That's just the way that it goes. Think about it like this. If you was the champion and you was about to fight somebody that was going to probably beat you, you're going to need a big last payday, right? Why would you split 50-50 against a nigga that might beat you? And you don't have to. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. You're going to split 50-50 with a nigga that might beat you and you don't have to. That don't make sense. If he beats you, you're not going to be as valuable. You're not going to be able to make as much money your next fight. You might need to make all your money that fight. Tell me where the lie at. So being Devin Haney has to take the short money. It is what it is. There's no getting around that. It is what it is. You gotta take the short money, man. The police need to pick up that kid Justin as quick as possible. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably police in this chat. Y'all see how they come in here every single day and talk about how they coming after our children? Remember, I cover court cases for a living, fam. Remember, I cover court cases for a living, fam. I cover court cases for a living. I'm pretty sure that there's some one of these, I'm pretty sure they watching. They gotta be. I cover court cases for a living. I'm surprised Justin hasn't been arrested yet. Good morning. All y'all do is talk about how y'all gonna come to this community and prey on the children, right? That's what I gotta hear every day, every morning. That's what y'all talk about. Coming here to prey on the children, right? I can't wait for them to get a hold of Justin. They get a hold of Justin. They find out what the other kids that Justin has running around, spreading their devil worshiping shit. Let's go. And why are you concerned with who donates to my platform? Why are you concerned with who feeds me? Like, why is that a concern of yours? Do we got anybody in the chat that fuck with Jack Frost? Drop something in the Cash App, just because. Can we slap the haters? Do you understand that these people are concerned with what I'm eating? So they basically don't want you to donate to the page to make sure that I don't have money for food. That's not satanic? They don't want you to donate to make sure that I don't have money to eat. But I'm the one that's wrong. They don't want you to spend money on something that you like to make sure that I don't have any money to eat. But I'm the one that's wrong. You know how evil that is? Sheesh. These people are just evil, fam. I think a lot of retired sports people are too critical. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. So I hear Gilbert Arenas constantly talking. Good morning, my brother. All right. I hear Gilbert Arenas constantly talking about NBA shit, and he's saying shit that don't make any sense. He's busy saying that the players now will cook the players from before. He's not taking into consideration rules changes. He's not taking into consideration players in the fucking 80s, they didn't have strength coaches, fam. Players in the 80s, they didn't have dietitians. Players in the 80s, some of them in the 80s and the 70s had to actually work a regular job while being in the NBA. They're not talking about all of that. They didn't have chartered jets in the fucking 80s and in the 70s. So that means that you had to get on board the planes with all the other rest of the people. They didn't have the training. They didn't have the knowledge that came with keeping a person healthy. They didn't have none of this. None of this was a thing. So every time I hear somebody say the players today are better because they quicker and they faster, the players of yesteryear would have been just as quick and fast, and probably quicker and faster, if they had the same practices to work out on and the same knowledges of how the body works. So that's an unfair equivocation. Yeah, they need to arrest Justin as soon as they see that nigga around here again. They need to just arrest that nigga as quick as possible. It's just a natural evolution. Players in every sport. Yeah, because what happens is technology evolves. Knowledge of our anatomy evolves. Understanding of how to build muscle evolves. All of this stuff evolves and changes. So people not even taking any of that shit into consideration. That's why every time somebody, you know how good Michael Jordan would be today if he knew about the ways that people keep their body shape and be able to, maintenance. Freaking LeBron James spends $1 million a year on his body, fam. How much money you think the average player every year was spending on their body in the fucking 80s? Like zero? So people are always trying to make unfair equivocations. You understand? They're always trying to do that. They need to arrest Justin as quick as possible. That's for real, for real. They need to arrest that kid. That man. He a grown man. They need to arrest that man as soon as possible. I know when I see him, I'm pointing him out to every parent. When I see him, I'm just pointing him out to people I see in the street. I'm pointing him out to every parent. I'm pointing him out to every single... That guy right there is part of a satanic group, and he's trying to get your children to join. I'm pointing him out to everybody. He's coming around here to show videos to children. Matter of fact, let me make sure I take all the screenshots every single time y'all talk about children in the chat. Hold on, let me go back up and get those. Take those screenshots real quick. Hell yeah, I can't wait for them to arrest them and I can help them put that nigga away for as long as possible. %100% gonna help. He said he coming after children, right? Y'all coming after children, right? I'm gonna do everything I can to help to put him away as long as possible. What the fuck are you talking about? Coming after the children, right? What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. As soon as I see that nigga, I'm pointing him out. As soon as I see him, as soon as I lay eyes on that motherfucker, I'm pointing him out to every fucking parent that I see. I'm gonna go into the center if they're open, and I'm gonna let them know he's on the premises. I'm doing all of the things. I'm doing all of the things, fam. He say he coming after the children, fam. I'm doing all of the things. Good morning, my brother. I'm doing all of the things. He say he coming after the children, right? As soon as I see him. I'm not going to watch the new Exorcist movie. I wouldn't watch that. I don't really watch horror flicks anymore because I know more about them. I don't really watch horror flicks no more because I know more about them. Why are you worried about what I'm doing on YouTube? Shouldn't you be worried about your own life? What's up, my brother? How you doing this morning?
Good, bro.
Chilling. Yo, ain't it crazy how people try to worry about what you doing on YouTube? I got people that come into my chat every morning that tell people don't donate to my platform.
They brought it.
That's dick riding shit, right? Yo, you know they also said they come into the community, they devil worshiping community. Do you think I'm wrong? They said that they come into our community and try to recruit children. Do you think I'm wrong if I want to report these people? I'm not wrong, right? Yeah, can't wait for him. I can't wait to see him again, fam. You come into the community to recruit children to your devil worshiping, right? I can't wait to see him again, fam. I can't wait to see him again. Y'all have an y'all openly worship the devil on your YouTube channel. Openly. Y'all icon is a satanic icon. You got satanic iconography all on the page. Yeah? Watching me show up, man. Coming for these people kids. I'm gonna let these people know he coming for their kids. Whatever happened to him after that, happened to him after that. Whatever happened to him after that, happened to him after that. Straight G Turo says, yeah, I don't know that stuff. But yesterday I took a survey where they showed the scary stuff from the movie upcoming. And I was kind of, okay, so one of the reasons why, it's not that I won't watch a scary movie. I don't want to watch anything that might have satanic imagery in it. I'm going to assume The Exorcist will, because that's literally what it's about. So I want to be mindful of what I encourage. I want to be mindful of what I support. You understand? So I don't want to see that, because then, unbeknownst to me, I might be supporting Satanism. You understand? I might be supporting satanic shit unbeknownst to me. So that's why I'm saying it's not for me. I'm not telling you what should be for you, though. Shout out to Kendra. She's the reason why I stopped watching a lot of those movies. I never met a person that was just so peaceful. And so she didn't watch those movies. So, you know, they were big on, I was big on them when we first started dating. You know, I watched them with her, she'd watch, but she really wouldn't be watching. And then I slowly just, you know, you care about somebody, you change your behavior. I don't know no other way to put it. You care about somebody, you change your behavior. It's hard for me to take scary movies seriously. I'm always thinking the monster and the victim. See, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't have a problem with a slasher flick. You understand? I don't have a problem with a scream. I don't have a problem with a slasher flick. I'm cool with those. It's, you know, like what The Exorcist is. You understand? I'm cool with the slasher flick. Morning. I'm cool with the slasher flick. You understand? I don't really watch them that much anymore, but I'm cool with the slasher flick. And I like horror. You understand? And it's not just because I don't like gratuitous horror films. That's just, you know, dead bodies and stuff like that. But when horror is done appropriately, it's great. Like, I'm going to tell you right now. So Sam Raimi is one of the best horror directors of the past 20 years. But he also did the first Spider-Man movie. He did Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, I believe. So horror isn't just putting, you know, grotesque shit on screen. It's also the way that you frame. You understand? It's also the way that you frame. It's also how you shoot. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you watch, especially Spider-Man 2, it had a lot of horror elements in it. The way that they shot it and the way it was framed. So, I'm not talking about scary movies in general. I'm talking about shit that got to do with Satan worshiping and shit like that. I just can't fuck with it. Most slashes I probably won't watch, but if it's a good slasher, I might watch it. But if it's trash, I'm gonna turn the bitch off. You gotta be happy with these. Straight G Tourist says you are absolutely right, Jack. Matter of fact, 2020 there was a movie where they had a real witch cult in the cast, and they said people were being cast spells on. Yeah. These movies cast spells on niggas. What up, my brother? How you doing today? All right, salute. These movies is casting spells on y'all, fam. The music is casting spells on y'all. Words cast spells on you. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, stay away from people that's just hating. Spend more time with people that say good things. Spend less time with people that say negative things. Try to encourage other people to say positive things. The bad guy and the good guy be planning dinner reservations in between fight scenes. Wait, what are you talking about, Tori Mosley? Wait, it's hard for me to take movie series. I'm only taking a monster. Those lightning bugs? That's what they are. I haven't been seeing those things. Remember when lightning bugs used to be everywhere in New York City? Why don't we see those things anymore? Anybody know? Lightning bugs used to be every fucking way in New York City. Now we don't see them no more. Wait, who you talking about, Tori Mosley? The bad guys and good guys planning. I want to get the whole joke. I want to get the whole joke. Yo, these niggas is mad. That's part of my language. These people are mad that there's stores in Coney Island that let me get shit for free. Like, y'all people, like, you're not ashamed of that? Like, you're not ashamed that you're angry and that you're pissed off that somebody is blessing another person? Like, how demonic and evil could you niggas be? You mad that somebody is blessing me? You can't tell that God is already blessing me? Think about all the evil shit that y'all do and look at where I'm still at. So God is actively blessing me. God is probably... Good morning, my brother. How you doing today? Good? Huh? Okay. Okay. You DJing out this bitch. You want to say what's up to the people? Say what's up, my brother. Shout out to Nim. Salute, my brother. All right. What's up? Okay. Jameson, salute. We got 93 people in the room. Hit that like button. Send out some notifications. His wrist is messed up. You got all of the diamonds. You got all of the jewelries. Let's go. If I had an electric bike, I guess I'd be scooting around, but I like walking. I mean, I don't know. I think it makes it easier for people to talk to me if I'm just walking. But if I had an electric bike, I guess I would be all over Coney Island, not just in the area I'm in. Next block over? Copy. I fuck with niggas. I keep trying to tell y'all, stop believing that everybody gotta. Do I got weirdos around, running around trying to do weirdo shit? Yeah, I do, but niggas fuck with me, fam. I'm a solid nigga. We 10 o'clock in the morning. What we doing? What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Solid nigga, man. Shout out to Nims. I gotta make it down. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I was saying I can't take scary movies seriously when I think about the cast having breakfast before shooting scenes. You stupid. You see, you don't allow yourself. I allow myself to lose myself in the movie. Like, if I can't lose myself in the movie, that's when I decide it's not a good movie. I need to be able to lose myself in the movie. I need to be able to be in the movie, fam. Like, I need to be able to I need to be, like, I need that. You understand? I think he was telling me to pull up with him, but I'm not walking nowhere right now. But the main reason why I'm not walking is because I'm thinking about walking back to the crib and getting another coffee. I ain't got coffee money, so I gotta walk back to the crib to get a coffee. So we're gonna probably give it a couple of more minutes, and I'm gonna walk back and make me another coffee. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Let's go back and get a coffee. It's 10 o'clock. Are y'all getting kicked or y'all just leaving? I'm not sure if y'all getting kicked or leaving. Go get me a coffee, walk back to the crib. Yeah, I see that nigga. I'm pointing that nigga out immediately. Them niggas is talking about they coming here to get our kids, man. Them niggas hate me so much. They are. First, I just want to be clear about this. They openly worship Satan on their page. Every single live, every single video that they drop. They have a video where I was just not even being serious, but saying my life is so bad at this point, the only way it's going to be better if I start worshiping Satan. And so that's what I said, right? So I didn't say that as like, that's what I'm going to do. I didn't say that as that's something that I'm about to be about. But apparently they clip the video and they send the video out to people and tell people that I said that I'm going to worship Satan. They're literally a satanic page. Why would they be telling on me if I really meant that? Like if I was really going to do that. They're literally a satanic page. Do you understand how that doesn't even make sense? So a satanic page is telling you to not deal with another page because they worship Satan. But they're satanic. So, I mean, they're convincing people, so it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. It just logically doesn't make sense. Like, logically, it doesn't make sense. Like, just logically. Like, literally, logically, it doesn't make sense. So they worship Satan, but they want other people that worship Satan to be hated. Like, it doesn't even make sense, fam. So obviously, I'm not a Satan worshiper. What the fuck? This shit don't even make sense. Shit don't even make sense. Niggas is crazy. The Little Tay situation. So allegedly Meta, that's now, you know, Facebook or whatever, those guys that own Facebook, own Instagram, what they basically said is that she lost her page, that she was, that there was a situation where her page was hacked. So they're saying she didn't do any of that. So Meta is saying that she hacked the page. Meta is saying that she didn't do all of that, just so we can be clear. So I'm going to have to just kind of agree with Meta. Could it be Cap? It could be Cap. But I'm going to have to agree with the organization that is openly saying that this person did a thing and their page was stolen and we had to get it back from them. Do I know whether it was really stolen? Maybe they stole their own page, right? You know, there's some weirdos. Maybe they stole their own page, pull all that shit off just for Meta to get the page back from them, from themselves, and for them to pretend like they didn't do the thing that they did. That could have also have happened. You don't ever know with these people. These people be up to any old damn thing. All right? You never know with these people. So they could have did that. What the fuck do I know? Every time I come in, I forget to look up here and say what's up to my homeboy. And I know he be up there sometime, and I just forget to turn and look that way. Yeah, they could have, my dude, these guys, they could have hacked their own page, fam. That way, when Meta gets their page back, they could say unequivocally, we didn't do it. Also, somebody could have just hacked their page, just so we could be clear. So that could have also just happened. It could have just been somebody who was working with them previously. It could have been one of the family members who had access to the page, but not down with with whatever they doing no more. And it could have just been that. So you understand what I'm saying? It could have just been one of the family members that deal with them. They're not part of whatever they're doing no more. They're not a part of it. So since they're not a part of it, they could have just put out whatever they put out. And then they was like, yo, look, somebody hacked my page. Morning. All right. So it could just be that. It could be that simple. Obviously something happened, right? So maybe that's what happened. We don't know. I don't know. You don't know. But yes, is there a chance that it was just hacked? Yeah, there's a chance. I don't know about the Ecuadorian presidential candidate, but I do want to say something about Africa real quick. So I want y'all to understand what's going on globally. Now, I spoke about this previously a couple of months ago. This is not an attack on the LGBTQ community. I want to be clear about this. This is me saying that you got people, and this is just so we can get the understanding, this is what I go up against. It's the premise or the idea that you have an opinion, and because of your opinion, I have to change the way that I feel. So this African president came out, I don't know, president of one of those nations in Africa, and he basically said, screw America, because America's trying to come over there and force them to be gay. Do you really understand how deep this is? You might not understand how deep this is. You might not understand how deep this is, because it's not even about the adults, it's about the children. Do you remember when Biden made the budget? And in the budget, Biden put like $50 million to the side for Africa, and specifically for experimenting or turning little boys into little girls and little girls into little boys. They have that in our American budget, fam. Remember, we read our budget on air. Don't forget that part. We read our budget. Remember, we had the whole list of things that was on the budget. Remember, one of the things that was on the budget is they sending money to Africa. They sending money to Africa to turn children that are little boys into children that are little girls, and children that are little girls into children that are little boys. That's what this African nations are angry over, fam. That's what they're mad about. So basically what happened was since they're pushing out against that, the African nations are against that. So basically what the UN or whoever, I forgot who it is, but basically the world governments that the America or whatever, they decided now whatever aid they were giving to these African countries, they're not giving them any aid no more unless they accept for, you know, the homosexual LGBTQ community society shit. Because they're basically saying they don't want any of those people in their country and we'll kill you if you that's what they're saying. But how are you going to tell another country how to run what they're doing? Like, we can't do that. Like, that's a whole nother country, fam. Who knocks on their neighbor's door and say how they could discipline their children or what their children could be? So just for a minute, let's think about what's going on in America. What's one of the main things that the Democrats are doing in America? They're trying to take away the right to the parent. They've been doing it for years now. They've been saying that it's for the benefit of the child. How? Because they got us in these effed up situations where people are abusing their children. And then they're using those aspects or those opportunities whenever people are abusing their children to say, see, we have to take away some of your rights to make sure that those other children are safe. And people are falling for it. To Straight G Terror says there's a video of the Ecuadorian president candidate getting deleted as soon as he entered the vehicle. They put 40 in him nonstop. They really wanted him deleted. I do not know. I do not know about the Ecuadorian thing. You're just telling me about it right now. Give me 1 second. Be right back. Just heard knocking. I hope nobody's asking. I hope nobody's hurt and they need assistance, because if so, I want to help. Back. He said he was standing for corruption and went to talk to all the criminals, and they said that's why they wanted him taken out. Well, that sounds like a good way, a fast way to get taken out. If you are enjoying any aspect of the show, you could always pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. Or you can go cop some merch. Here goes something that you can find in our merch shop. It's our popular loaner shirt. And you can join the green team. That's always beneficial. Could I ask y'all some real questions? Okay, so I want somebody to comment to somebody that I could ask. I want to ask some real questions. If I could ask you a real question, drop a froze. If I could ask you a real question, drop a frost. I'm gonna ask some real questions. I'm gonna go check my coffee real quick. If I could ask you a real question, drop a frost. Everybody that drops a frost, I'm not necessarily gonna ask you a real question, but I want to ask a real question, a real question. Drop a frost. Let my coffee cool off. Nope, I don't know you. I'm not asking you any question. All right, so there's nobody for me to ask a real question to. I don't know you. There's no real question I have to ask you. I don't know you. All right, so let's get back to the show. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. 75 people in here. I don't have nobody I can ask a real question to. Guess that answers my question. Literally answers my question. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Drink this coffee while I decide how much longer the show is gonna go. I don't know if that's the real King Will or not. I think they fucking with me. I'll ask. King Will, you used to be Green Team. Why have you chosen not to rejoin the Green Team? I'm just curious. You used to be Green Team. You was a pretty on and off supporter to the platform. I'm curious why you choose to, like, what's the thing that I'm currently missing that makes you feel like you can't support the platform? I'm curious. I'm about to start kicking people because I'm about to start getting comments that I didn't ask them. So I'm curious. Ah, fuck. We gotta get out of here. I just gotta take the coffee's too hot. I gotta take it with me. Maybe I could walk over here. I don't want to go too far. But I don't want the music. I don't want to go too far. There's a button. Just gotta hit the join button. It's just too hot. I'm walking around right now. You gotta hit the join button. Huh. Maybe that wasn't the real King Will. Maybe King Will's with the other guys, so he doesn't know how to respond yet. So he has to go ask them how he should respond. And they're trying to figure out the most triggering way to have him respond back to me. They're trying to think of the most evilest things they could have him say back to me, I'm assuming. Let me check something out real quick. It was sitting out here in the rain the other night. I wanted to make sure it started up. There's a join button. There's a button that says join. Hit that button. Need my coffee to cool off. My reasoning, it has nothing to do with your channel. The card I had linked to YouTube got hacked, and I decided not to link my card to YouTube again. It's just, all right. Nah, I was curious. Nah, I was just curious. Wondering what I can do different that is inside of my power currently. Right now, not a lot is inside of my power to do as far as content wise. Hopefully that'll change soon. We don't know. Every time I get to a point where I'm about to, all I need is a little tiny bit, I go backwards like this. So there's no telling what's gonna happen. Every time I get to right there, something always happens. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm just trying to finish this coffee so I could get away from the front of my house because they got all the music playing. I don't feel like YouTube fucking with me. So I'm just waiting for my coffee to cool off. That y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I don't really want to talk about nothing else no more. So y'all got to give me a topic to talk about, or I'm probably just going to kill the live. We've been on live for 2 hours. People be thinking I'm sad. I don't even be sad. I just don't have nothing to be happy about. Like, you understand? Like, I don't got nothing to really be happy about. People be like, you sad. I'm not sad. You just used to see me in a good mood, and I don't got nothing to be happy about. I definitely agree. You have a lot of haters. I'm definitely not one of them. I always say this. You and Star have a great talk pocket. Have the great talk podcast. Well, he's going to be around. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be around. I always assume, I'm not going to lie to you. I always assume I'm never going to make it to the next month. I always assume I'm going to be dead before the next month get here. Or I'm going to have to, do it myself. That's what I always assume. Anything else y'all want to talk about or no? Shout out to Black Power Cross. Black Power Cross was on your page. That's a fact. Why? You're assuming that I'm doing a pity party. You're not assuming that I'm just sharing my emotions with you. You're assuming I'm doing a pity party. You're assuming that I'm just not emotionally sharing with you. I can tell that if you had any children, your children would grow up and be pieces of shit people. Because they wouldn't even be able to come to you and share their emotions with you. They wouldn't even be able to come to you and share how they feeling with you. Anytime they did that, you would say it was a reason to look down on them. And they wanted pity rather than they was just sharing. My family hated me like that my whole life too. So I've never actually had anybody I could ever really share emotions or feelings with. My father thinks any feelings at all is bad. If you show any love or affection or anything like that, that's bad. He says that you're not supposed to do that as a father. Never. People just hate me for no reason. It is what it is. I can't even acknowledge it. Imagine that. I got people that just hate me for no reason. And the simple act of me acknowledging it is me doing something wrong. I told you, I live in a different world. I don't live in a world with the rest of you. I live in an unfair world. I don't live in a world with the rest of you. Well, I could use some people pulling up to the Cash App this morning. If there's anybody that want to be a part of that, I'd appreciate it. If you can't or you don't want to, that's fine also. They just convinced y'all to want to see me suffer, that's all. They convinced y'all that I deserve to suffer my whole life. That's all. They convinced y'all that even though you like what I do, that I'm not allowed to do this and make a living out of it. I'm only allowed to do this if I also have a hard job. Well, that's the only way I'm allowed to do this, if I'm also working hard labor. I'm not allowed to just do this and make a living over it. I have to also be working hard labor, which if I had a regular job working hard labor, I wouldn't be here doing this, which the people that hate me know. So it is what it is. I either give up what I want to do for a living or kill myself. Those are the two options. Not to the people. I'm not giving up what I want to do for it. Morning. Morning. I like those neighbors. They can hear too. Her shirt says, I think Jesus loves you. Shout out to that. Yeah, I see this live about to spiral and go out of control any minute now. So I think I'm just gonna let y'all go. We might come live again today, I don't know. But I could just see this live spiraling at this point. So I'm just gonna let y'all go. I might not do a live for a couple of days. I don't know. I might not do a live for a couple of days. I'm assuming nobody is gonna miss it. I don't really have my health as much as you might think that I do. But sure. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna play any basketball today. Good morning. Okay. She's a fine one. There's another chick. They look kind of similar, but they both attractive. Don't get it confused. She's a fine one. I wonder if she's married. I don't know. Nah, I don't plan on hooping today. I don't plan on it. I don't know if there's gonna be. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take a couple of days off from the live. Also, there's gonna be more things that. Basically, I just gotta roll back on a couple of things because we don't get enough support here in order for me to keep BBN working. Generally speaking, so we don't get enough support over here to keep BBN working, generally speaking. So there's just going to be parts of the month where I'm just not going to be able to bring you content, and that's just what it is. So there probably won't be no content for the next couple of days, unless some people decide to support the platform. I don't expect to see that happening. I don't expect anybody to support the platform. So you're not going to see me for the next couple of days. I expect I will be back. But if I'm not back, no, it's not because I quit. It's because I'm not here no more. I expect to be back. But don't be surprised if we're just not going to be going live for, I don't know how long, for the next couple of days, maybe the whole rest of the week. We don't get enough support from the people who like the page to be able to operate. I personally, I don't think there's anybody. We maybe got about 5 or 6 people that like the page, to be honest with you. I know we got 74 people in here, and I know we got 27 likes, but I mean, let's be perfectly honest. There's only about 5 or 6 people that actually like what we do over here. Shout out to those people. So we most likely not gonna have no videos for that. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Everybody just if something changes, we'll have videos. But the chances that we're gonna get any type of donations is 0. The chances that we're gonna get any support is 0. So I don't expect anything to change. But if something does change, I don't want nobody to say that I was lying, because I'm not lying. I just don't expect anything to change. I literally only expect things to get worse. So I don't have a weekly goal as much as if you want to support the platform, please pull up. Just so we could be clear. But if you want to support the platform, pull up. That's it. Who's worried about you? I must have missed that comment. I must have missed that comment. I don't know who's worried about you. I'm pretty sure there was someone that was though. So I don't expect any support at all. There's like 4 or 5 people, like I said before, that loves this channel, and they're trying the best that they can do to keep us operating month to month. Other than those 4 or 5 people, there is zero. There's no one. There's only about 4 or 5 people. I appreciate y'all. I can't keep leaning on these people, so I'm gonna stop. And whatever happens, happens. If more people decide that they like the network and they want to help support it, that'll be beautiful. But honestly speaking, if we don't get more support, then it is what it is.